Thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I'm Lyle. What I'm going to be doing today is we are going to be making some air-fried pesto chicken wings. That's a lot to say. This is something that I don't really have a recipe on. I kind of thought about this concept in my head, and I think I came up with a combination that's going to make these wings extremely outstanding. We're going to be doing these chicken wings in two parts. We're going to be seasoning and coating our wings in one part and letting those sit in the refrigerator and kind of dry out before we get them in our air fryer. And while that's doing that, we're going to go ahead and make our sauce. So why don't you guys come on in, take a look what our ingredients are. Even though I'm just going to be throwing this recipe together, I will go ahead and try to leave kind of what my ingredients and amounts are in the description below. So what am I using? Okay, so I got some Taiwanese basil. And I had this in the freezer, and sometimes when you freeze basil like this, it actually works really well when you're doing like a pesto sauce. So we have the basil, some minced up garlic. Rather than using pine nuts or anything like that, that can get a little expensive. I'm just using some almond slivers, some grated Parmesan cheese, some lemon juice. You know, let's get to the chicken. We're going to be seasoning it with this seasoning by Heaven Made Products. This is their seasoning called It's Incredible. And a few people have been cooking with this, so I decided to give it a try. I'm going to leave a link to where you can buy this in the description below. If you don't have this, salt, pepper, garlic probably work well. We're going to be using some cornstarch. This has become one of my favorite ingredients when it comes to air-fried chicken. We're going to be using some Duke's mayonnaise. The reason I'm using the mayonnaise is to just kind of give it a little bit of a creaminess and something to kind of adhere to the wings. We're going to be using some olive oil, and I'm going to be using some Karo syrup just to kind of sweeten it up a little bit. Honey would be something that I would typically use, but I need to get rid of this Karo, so that's really the only reason that I am using that. So our first step is going to be just to go ahead and season up these wings. Don't need to go too heavy on this since we are going to be adding that sauce to it down the road, but we do want to get one nice layer of flavor. Alright, that is good to go. Now, like I've been telling you, one of my favorite things as far as getting these chicken wings extra crispy is not to go with the flour-based coating, but this cornstarch is really something I've really liked in my last few chicken wing videos. So let's get this in. So now that we have those coated, I'm going to bring a wire rack over. We're just going to throw these wings on. They're going to go in the refrigerator probably for a good hour. 30 minutes should be enough, but I have an hour to work with, so that's how long they're going to be in. So we have our wings chilling out in the refrigerator. Let's go ahead and make this sauce. Like I said, experiment. We're going to go ahead and add all of our basil because we know we're going to need all that. We're going to need all this garlic as well. And I'm going to go kind of light on these almond slivers to begin with. Let me go with about a quarter of what I have here. Throw in some garlic, and we're just eyeballing all this. Let's go with about half of our lemon juice. And let's go with a nice dollop of mayo. And we will be adjusting this as needed down the road. I may need more mayo. And then let's go with some of this Karo. Like I said, honey would be kind of what I would have worked with if I didn't have that Karo on hand. And I'm going to start off with about half of this Parmesan cheese. Let's get the lid on. blend it up, see what we're working with. Okay, let's give it a taste now, see if there's any other adjustments that need to be made. You know what? Maybe just a little salt and a little pepper, so. Alright guys, this should do it. I'm going to just finish blending this up and then I'm going to let it just sit out. No need to throw it in the refrigerator or anything. Our wings have about another 30 minutes to go in the refrigerator. So we'll get those out here. Cook some wings. Now normally if you see me cooking chicken wings, what I'll do is I'll throw this basket in the air fryer for about 5 minutes just to kind of preheat this bottom grate to keep the chicken from sticking. I'm going to try to do it without it to really see if it's necessary. Now I just did a chicken wing video with this air fryer. It took about 25 minutes for the wings to get cooked the way I like them to be cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them for 20 minutes and we'll check on the doneness. Keep in mind I am going to be throwing these back in the air fryer with that sauce on it, so I don't want to cook them all the way till, you know, complete, or at least where I want them done, until I have the sauce on them. So looks like we're going to be doing this in 2 batches. I'm going to go ahead and get this in. My air fryer set at 375 degrees and we're going to go for 20 minutes. So guys, I did want to check these at about 15 minutes to see what we're looking like, and these look like they are far from done. So it looks like when I do preheat this air fryer before I throw the wings in, that might be the best route to go. So if you haven't seen any of my other videos, what I do is I go ahead and preheat this basket for about 5 minutes before I put my wings in. So I'm going to go ahead and set this for another 10 minutes and hopefully they will be to our doneness at that point. Wings are done after about 25 minutes. That's what we're looking like right there. Let's go ahead and get them sauced up. So now I have a little bit of this sauce in this bowl here. We're going to go ahead, and this is a little bit of a thicker sauce. We're going to go ahead and throw our wings in, coat them up right quick. We're going to go ahead and throw them back in our air fryer for about 5 minutes. And these wings are really soaking up this sauce, let me tell you. I was almost wondering if I made enough, but we should be good to go. But they are drinking it up. Five minutes should be a done deal. So this is a wrap. That sauce we put on looks like it developed a little crust on it. These aren't the best looking wings in the world, but it really doesn't have anything to do with the look. It's all about that flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and plate these up. We'll taste them, see what we think. So this is the moment of truth. Let's see if this experiment worked out. Now I did put a little bit of a sauce here to dip it in, basically the same sauce that I coated the chicken with. That's a pretty good wing. It almost has more of a garlic Parmesan taste than like a pesto taste. I thought I might have gone a little too heavy on that Karo syrup, but it actually might have been able to use just a tad bit more sweetness actually. I think these are worth giving a shot. I think it'd really be good with shrimp too. If you have an air fryer, maybe try this with some shrimp. Anyway, before I take another bite, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.